loved everything in life since I was young. I mean, every flower of different colors is beautiful, and every river flowing to different places is lively, and every person of different personalities has unique charm. I have always loved everything, until the appearance of a teacher. Strangely enough, he never criticized or targeted me, nor did he ever have a private conversation with me. But his singular body, soft couch here, and the posture of holding a book with one hand dragging at his spine just made me hate him completely out of control. So here comes the topics that may seem a bit harsh, but it's hard to avoid. Disliking. The word disliking is no stranger to any of us. It's an emotion, an attitude, or even more so, a complex experience in interpersonal relationship. Dislike is defined as to not like someone or something. It can be dictionary. It often emerges in our interpersonal interactions. And in fact, there are plenty of books and talks focusing on the situation that we are disliked by others. But it is often neglected that we also dislike others, as it is considered as a feeling caused by our prejudice. But let's be honest, we've all been here. There must be someone you dislike. It's not about whether you're mean or not. It's just a natural part of human nature. Why do we dislike someone? Dislike is seen as an evolutionarily adapted pattern avoidance mechanism in biology, just as Darwin pointed out in the expression of the emotion in animals. Dislike may arise from rejection of spoiled food, and in the field of psychology, Fastiner's theory of cognitive dissonance explains that dislike towards behaviors that violate moral rules, such as deception, when individuals observe a conflict between their own behavior and values. Dislike is a manifestation of psychological discomfort. Although there are various interpretations in different fields, it is certain that disliking is not a comfortable feeling. When we dislike someone, we view everything about this person through tinted glass. We fail to notice their strengths while magnifying their weakness. Even there seems to be wrong to teach here or even drink water. And just as Xinnuo Xu pointed out, most of human psychological activities are subconscious, so you are disliking, yet it has a real impact on our behavior. When we dislike someone, our feelings may seem like they have been given a golden cut. But in fact, most people keep a distance from those they dislike, or have the cultivation to try their best to hide their dislike. So this feeling is just tormenting ourselves. Returning to the beginning of my story with my teacher, as a student, I have to show the most basic respect to him. So every task he gave is my nightmare, not his pain. I realized this when he entered and left classroom with a smiling face. Similarly, you may also dislike someone. It can be your elders, teachers, superiors, or other important people. Instead of tormenting yourself, it's better to find ways to let yourself go. We can begin from small perspectives. First, get rid of excessive emotions. This may be difficult for some patients with severe disgust. Maybe you just can't help but feel angry at the sight of that face. Here, I would like to share a little skill discovered by myself. If you really dislike someone, imagine them sleeping, just like this little cat, with your eyes closed and mouth slightly open, in an extremely relaxed state. They are very peaceful and have lost any attack on you. They're as pure as baby, making you unwilling to hate them. The perception-action model of empathy can explain when this method works, as this process results from the fact that the subject's representations of the emotional state are automatically activated when the subject pays attention to the emotional state of objects. Once you can keep calm when facing them, you can then try to reflect. We should understand why we dislike this person. Is it because their behaviors are truly unreasonable? Or is it because their values, behaviors, personalities, benefits conflict with ours? Only when we can understand why we dislike them rationally, we can find ways to solve the problem. Next are some common methods. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and maybe discover another side of the story. Maybe they acted in that way because they have their own difficulties and pressure. Just as Einstein said, anger is born of misunderstandings. When we can understand the other person, the feeling of disliking will gradually dissipate in that understanding. Finally, go forward to look for the prince. You will think he or she is extremely bad, but let's be honest here. Every people in this world have their advantages. So try your best to find them, even if you have to force yourself to do so. When you can look for the strength of someone you dislike, like finding note, every difficult step you take is a cultivation with yourself. Finally, offer a chance to both yourself and the person you dislike. Sometimes we dislike others just because of one unpleasant experience, but people can change. Maybe he or she is already trying to improve their shortcomings, and we should start anew and view them with fresh eyes. Also, letting go of inner resentment and viewing the people freshly. You don't have to like everyone, but having a friend is always more comfortable than having an enemy. Living for a happy life for yourself is also providing new possibilities for a relationship. And just as the Chinese saying goes, no fight, no acquaintance. Maybe you will be true friends because of this. In the end, I want to tell everyone, remember that disliking is an emotion, but it shouldn't be a shackle on our lives. Just as my mother always says, minor matters are not enough for you to dislike them. When we can analyze disliking regionally and grow through it, we can get along with others and understand ourselves better. So, go on first dislike to become a better version of yourself. Thanks for listening.